So what are your non-negotiables? Okay, so this is what's really important to you. What are your non-negotiables in regards to your journey? What are a couple steps or actions that you need to be taking? What is something that you need to be believing in order for you to become the person you want to be? So this is what's really important, okay? I believe, and everybody's non-negotiables are different, so you need to think about it in terms of what are your non-negotiables. What has to happen for you? What has to be true for you for things to plug along, right? Step by step. Good, better, best decisions. You don't need perfection. So what are your non-negotiables? So for me, what I have come to discover is my non-negotiables are my layering. And I talk about this a lot in the coaching, is that we need to layer. And we don't know, like, it's not one thing that brings success. It's a pattern of things that bring success. Okay? So for me, I call it my layering. And it's getting up and starting my day with the warm water with my lemon and ginger in it, because that is very cleansing and soothing, and something warm in the morning is good. And if you can do it without coffee, that's even better, right? So, when I don't do my layering, things go astray. Okay? The story starts to happen. I'm too busy, and then when you're too busy, you make poor decisions that you wouldn't otherwise do. But it's not that I'm any busier. Okay, it's that I haven't done my layering, and when I haven't done my layering, that's a non-negotiable for me. So layering for me is starting my day with my warm water and ginger, following up with, starting my water with my salt and my apple cider vinegar. These things for me help with hunger. They help with things that are going on inside my body. Apple cider vinegar, the introduction of that really, really helped when I first started with indigestion, heartburn. I got rid of it very quickly. Following up with a bone broth a day. A bone broth a day for me means that my hair, like, if you've known me, has never ever in my life been this long. It never grew. So that's an outside thing that I can contribute, because when I wasn't taking bone broth because I couldn't find one I could stomach, I was always losing hair, huge chunks of hair in the shower. That no longer happens. It stopped within a week and a half of me actually finding a bone broth that I can stomach. So those things are my non-negotiables, and they're consistent if I'm doing what I should be doing throughout my journey, and I know that they work. At different times in your journey, you need to adjust what your non-negotiables are. So for me, my next step is that I need to make walking a daily thing. Like, I'm not, if you know me, like, into exercise. A year ago, February, I added in my tennis lessons, which I love, on my bucket list, always wanted to do. So I do that on Fridays, but obviously haven't been doing that in isolation. And I added my bucket list of my golf lessons. So finding movement that you can enjoy is what's really important. For me, the next step in my journey is to add more weight-bearing exercises, which will be the walking. So I found my Pilates in February to prepare to go skiing for the first time in 23 years, which was amazing. But I know my next level is I really need to get consistent, and I need to shift what goes up in my head, that I am a person that walks every day, right? Like, that is something I need to start to tell myself. So that needs to be my new non-negotiable, is that I walk every day. I am the person that walks every day. So find what is your non-negotiable. Start thinking about what are your non-negotiables. Don't make a huge list, right? Because we need to be able to succeed at what our non-negotiables are. Start small, find your non-negotiables, be accountable if you want, put them in the group, okay? Comment on what are your non-negotiables. What's something that's going to shift your needle a little bit each and every day? Because each time you shift your needle, then you're moving towards your goal, okay? Good, better, best decisions. Perfection is not required, okay? Okay, remember that. What are your non-negotiables? And if anyone wants to comment what their non-negotiables are, please do. If you're unsure, shoot me a message and I'm happy to help you pick some non-negotiables based around what your little goals might be. For me, they're layering. So for me, I need to start my day, and to stay on plan, like I need to start my day with a ritual. So that starts with warm water with ginger, followed with my apple cider vinegar and salt for my electrolytes, and then I move into my bone broth later on in the day. If I do those 3 things, my food and the choices I make are much better. So they're my non-negotiables. When I let those things go, it becomes a game of chance, becomes a game of willpower, which it really isn't. None of this is a game of willpower. If we set our schedules, if we make non-negotiables, and we follow through with action steps as the person that we want to be, then things happen for us, okay? If you leave things to chance, it's very unlikely they're going to happen, okay? So figure out what your non-negotiables are. If you'd like to stay accountable, pop them in there. If you'd like to inspire somebody, it's great to share. Using your layers, using your non-negotiables, having mini goals, shifting what those goals are as you go along are all really important steps. Okay, one foot in front of the other, good, better, best solutions. That's what you want to do. You have to start. Like, when you start, it doesn't matter if you start and what you like. If somebody says, oh, I didn't do well today, it doesn't matter, because you started. And each time you start and you stop, you're learning something. So if you take something from that, you're going to keep moving forward. Don't be shy. Ask any questions in the group. I'm super approachable, so please ask any questions if you have them. So have a fabulous day. I really look forward to seeing you again. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.